Welcome to the program. This is Scorpion. We are in the heart and heat of the Southern California desert. I mean, 1:30 in the morning, and it's still 98 degrees. Man, but you know what? You got to love it here. You got to love it, and that's why everybody comes from all over the country to move to Southern California. We got something really exciting today in their program. We have the Desert Rose Project, the mastermind that is putting this whole concept together of theater and music and everything. We'd like to welcome L.HUNT to the program. Everybody, L.HUNT is here with us. How are you doing, Mr. Hunt?
Good. Thank you for having me this evening.
I'm glad you took time out of your busy schedule because man, I tell you, it's hard to really pin you down, isn't it?
I've been quite busy these days, yeah.
Yes. So, first of all, we want to kind of go back so that our audience can be informed of what you're doing and everything. But since you are the mastermind behind this, what is your background?
My background is primarily in art. I'm a narrative figurative painter, and so art has been my passion my whole life. And just in the last 8-9 months, I realized that music was something that I could get involved in.
Yeah, well, art and music goes together.
They seem to. Yeah, I've always been interested in music, but I didn't have the resources or the connections, knowing people, composers, vocalists, musicians, and the internet is a wonderful thing. Yeah,
with the internet, you can touch base with somebody on the other side of the world and put together something, and that makes it all the more merrier, actually.
Yeah, well, the girl that is doing the piano on the latest song, Driftwood, I Know the Rains Will Come, she's in Romania.
No, was that the same girl that was on the video?
No, that was somebody different.
Oh, okay.
No.
She was nice.
Yeah, there's actually a few girls in that video.
If you look at you got to see the video. You got to now. If people want to see the video when the rains come, where can they go to see this video?
Well, all of the stuff related to this project is at notesmithstudio.com. That's the record label. That's the website.
Okay.
When you go to notesmithstudio.com, it'll say projects. So all the different projects that I'm working on, musical projects, click that tab. It'll show you a list. Desert Rose will be there.
Okay.
Go to the Desert Rose page.
There you go.
Then you find it.
Yeah, nice video. She was on a rock, and anyway, I won't give it away. People can go look at it themselves.
Well, just a little background on the video.
Okay.
What's happening here with the video, the official music videos, is they're not the story in the video has nothing to do with the Desert Rose opera that will be produced later.
Oh, okay.
What this is an interpretation by a director as to what he's getting from the song. So I'm giving this to the director and telling them whatever you think.
Okay.
Do it.
So you're the executive producer. You're calling the shots.
On the video, I guess, yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, what is the... we're here in the desert here, still sweltering, but what is Desert Rose? Well, I mean, we know, but, we're talking to people all over the country here, and they're in the back. People back in Maine, they don't know what a desert rose. They don't even think a rose exists in the desert. So tell us, what is Desert Rose?
Well, a desert rose is actually a rock that you find in the desert, and it looks like a rose. It looks like it's a blooming, blossoming rose because of its shape. It's very interesting. You can search it on the internet. So
we knew that, but like I said, somebody in New England.
That's what Desert Rose is. That's what a Desert Rose is.
Absolutely.
The Desert Rose project that I'm working on is a modern opera.
Yes. And that's what we're here with L.HUNT. I'm Scorpion with L.HUNT. We're talking about this modern opera with the Desert Rose Project. And Mr. Hunt, what is your role exactly on this Desert Rose Project?
Well, I'm the lyricist, and I am the producer of the music.
Oh,
and
okay.
So the concept is mine, and I've written the entire libretto for the opera. Now it's my job as the music producer to get the composers, vocalists, musicians, everybody together and work toward finishing the project.
And how is that going so far?
It's going exceptional. It's something new for me in music, and it's almost like it's falling right into my lap.
Oh, okay, good.
So everything seems to be. It's falling into place.
Okay. And have you gotten people from around the world, or maybe just regional, or where's everybody coming from that's involved in this project?
Well, they're all over the world, not just in this local area.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, the internet is the place to find good talent from all over the world.
Okay.
Here's what we have playing on the single Driftwood.
Mm-hmm.
We got Chris Davidson.
Okay.
And he's the composer, and he's actually the main vocalist in the song.
Mm-hmm.
He's in England.
Oh, okay.
We got Charles. Does the operatic choruses in the song.
Mm-hmm.
He's in New Zealand.
Wow.
And like I had mentioned earlier, Ioana Amarita.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Romania.
Okay.
We got Jamie Clark. He's on cello. Henry Kapersky on saxophone.
Okay.
There in the United States. We
Oh.
got Brian Young.
I thought he was going to be in Poland somewhere.
No, I think he's in the United States. I think he's back in New York.
Oh, okay.
Back in New York.
Okay. Well, that's a big melting pot anyway. So.
Yeah, when you're working with this many people, and I've probably got 12 songs for the project I'm working on simultaneously.
Okay.
With different other people working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of gets a little confusing as to where everyone's from.
Right. Right.
We got Brian Young. He's doing drums and percussion. He's also doing the mixing on the song.
Okay.
He's the drummer for the rock band Fountains of Wayne, so we're happy to have him be a part of it.
Okay.
We got James Warburton. He's doing the sound effects.
Okay.
And
Okay.
And then we got Tommy Rooster. He's doing singing bowls. That's a little sound effect that's at the beginning, but we're going to use it more in some of the other songs.
Okay. Now, for those that aren't totally internet savvy, I mean, how do you string all these people together? And like, what do they email you audio clips, or how? Explain how all that works.
Yeah, well, once I hear the samples of the type of work they do, then what I do is I send them whatever audio I have. Well, let's see. It starts with the composer. So what I do is send the lyrics to the composer.
Okay.
And Chris has done almost every song on Desert Rose. We got a few songs that we've got some other people working on.
Okay.
So I send him the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
He does the melody, just with
Okay.
the basic piano, dong, dong, dong.
Okay. Kind of like a demo tape, just getting the foundation of the song together. Okay.
Yep. And from there, all the songs not all of them are being done by the same people. But let's say just on Driftwood here, I send that out to Ioana, and she gives me a piano track. I explain to her what I'm feeling, what I think the song needs. On this one, I told her cocktail piano and gave her a sample. She came back with exactly what I was looking for.
Good. That's amazing online, and you don't even know these people. You just find them, and
that's it.
And did you have it? Now you're the executive producer. You're the one that, for folks that don't know, the executive producer is the person that calls the shots. They put everybody all together, and they're like the general manager of a corporation, and the general manager oversees all the department heads to make sure that they're doing everything. It kind of threads things together. So you're overseeing, you're grabbing all the talent worldwide. Now, who actually puts? If you're the executive producer, that means you have a producer that puts all of this together. So who's your production person that puts all these tracks together from these different musicians?
Oh, I'm doing that too.
Oh, okay. So you are the producer and the executive producer.
I guess so.
Well, see, no wonder you're hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, I'm putting them all together on my computer and figuring out what's needed for the song. Once I have all the tracks together, I send them to Brian, who is mixing everything. So it's radio ready.
Right.
And a little back and forth with him as to what needs there are for the song.
And that's a great song, the Driftwood, should I say it's called. Wonderful song. If you haven't heard it, you need to hear it. Okay. Wonderful concept. And speaking of concept, where does Driftwood fit into the Desert Rose concept?
Well, Driftwood is the lead character. His name is Minor. He is a miner in search of a heart of gold.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was. Oh, minor, like
not like major
M-I-N-E-R.
minor.
See, I was
Minor.
thinking. See, we're in radio, so I'm thinking minor like a minor key, but you're talking about a miner as far as a gold miner.
A gold miner.
Or gold digger.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not a gold digger.
Okay, he's not a gold digger.
He is a gold miner, though.
Okay,
all right. Heart of gold.
There's
like
a
that
difference.
Neil Young song.
There's a difference. Okay,
So,
there you go.
It's one of the themes that is within the opera is gold, fool's gold, mining, desert, a rose.
Okay.
And this song is sung by the miner.
All right.
And
reminds you of a football team in Northern California. Niner.
The 49ers? Well, maybe I should add something into that, but nothing about the 49ers in this.
Oh, okay.
That'll be in the sequel.
All right. Hey, not bad. Very good.
So he's just expressing himself in this song that he feels like driftwood that burns easy. And don't even get a flame near him or he's going to explode. He's on edge is what this song is.
So we're talking about a sensitive guy, aren't we?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sound like he might need some medication or something.
Yeah, well, he's a good guy. You don't find many of those in the Wasteland here where we're at, but
you don't want to rub him the wrong way.
Yeah,
basically. Okay.
Yeah, or you might cry.
yeah, we don't want him. Yeah. Well, that's good because see, when you have a song, there's something people listen, and that's the beauty about music because music lyricists, they write about what other people think about, but they're afraid to say it. They don't want to say it, and they hear the song go, that's what I was thinking about, but they don't want to say it, so that's the beautiful thing about music. You have a lyricist that can express something and express a concept or character, and people can relate to it.
Well, there's a lot of that in this project.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of we already mentioned some, but are there any other mechanics that you want to bring up about the Driftwood music?
Nope.
Okay.
I think that's it. Just the players on the single.
Mm-hmm. And you've done a beautiful job with the different musical parts, threading all that together. It's like I said, it's something that if people haven't heard it. Now, are we going to play any of this on our? Can we play something?
Yeah. We'll play Driftwood, and we'll even have maybe some excerpts from some of the songs that I'm working on right now, still in the rough form.
Okay.
Just so since this is only the second single that's released,
all right,
no one can really see what's coming. So it's important. That's why this interview is important.
Well, you know what? Why we can just cue it up right now. Why don't we? And that way the audience can listen to Driftwood. Okay. With Mr. L.HUNT and his Desert Roads project, we have Driftwood.
Driftwood, don't fan the fire. It's a tragedy waiting to happen, like a blaze in the breeze. Driftwood burns easy. Humility won't save him. So it seems. Keeping hope alive, I know the rains will come.
Wasteland Radio, part of the TTE Communications Network.
All right, you tuned in to Wasteland Radio, and that was, oh, wait, okay, I'm sorry, what's the name of the song?
Driftwood,
okay.
I Know the Rains Will Come.
Okay. Oh, Driftwood is the name of the group.
No.
No, Driftwood, I Know the Rains Will Come.
Yeah, that's the name of the song.
Driftwood, I Know the
So
Rains
it's
Will Come.
Driftwood, and in parentheses, that's part of the song.
okay.
Title.
Wasteland Radio, part of the TTE Communications Network.
All right, and you heard it here on Wasteland Radio with Scorpion, talking with L.HUNT, the mastermind. We just heard Driftwood, I Know the Rains Will Come. And, you know, in the desert, well, we do have our seasons when we have our monsoon, so we can kind of relate to that. Now, a little bit more about this song. There was another character. You got your minor person, but let's talk more about there's a female character, and that's what makes things interesting. You know, when you got the male character and the female character, all of a sudden a bunch of things can go on or can go wrong. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about this female character in here.
Well, the female lead is the rose. This is the desert rose. So it's a rose that's growing in the desert.
Okay.
And, you know, she's pure and chaste, and you don't find that much in the world we live in.
Well, you can't go wrong with that, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's what he's looking for, but he's having a hard time finding her. And
in
so
today's
this is the
standard,
struggle
yes,
within the storyline.
Yes, it's very, yes. And that, you know what, and you know, that might be an eye-opener to people because we get caught up in mainstream media with different things, and when you put life in simpler terms, you know, you just got a guy and he wants to meet a girl. Basically, I guess in today's term, he wants to meet a young woman with no drama and, you know, one that's chaste. I mean, honestly, you know, if you're 18, 19 years old, that's what you want to do. And that's you start life like that and go from there. But, you know, today's world, when you listen to media and even looking at things on television, it certainly doesn't promote that.
No, it's a wasteland, isn't it?
It's that's why we're Wasteland Radio. No.
It's the harsh desert. Yes, this is the theme. One of the themes in Desert Rose.
Yeah.
Coming, you know, there's two acts in the.
You know, for a young man to be a certain type of a person, you know, this isn't a man that's like, you know, being disrespectful to women. Like, you know, unfortunately, the media kind of displays, and young people hear that and they adopt that attitude. And then you have a young woman that believes in chasteness, which is, you know, obviously it's the better way because when you look at the world today versus 20, 30 years ago, there's a lot more drama. And it's because of how people are brought up. So, a good example for young people.
Everything you're saying is within the opera. There are characters that are the negative characters, and
you always got to have a villain in an opera play. You got to have the bad guy.
Yeah, well, there's co-workers for the miner, and they're mining for gold too.
Yeah,
but they're not really looking for anything that will sustain.
Okay,
they just want a one-night stand and this type of thing.
So are those the gold diggers? Then?
They are. Yeah. Well, there's three women characters who are gold diggers for sure.
Okay.
They come in Act 2 at the very beginning. Dust, rust, and broken glass.
Wow.
So those are the three negative women characters.
See, no man wants no broken glass, and especially rust and dust.
She will cut you up.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. Can't come out of that unscathed.
No.
Well, that's a beautiful concept. Now, what's the whole objective? Well, actually, before we get into that, we got another track. We'll get back to the opera and the play and the theatrics of it. But we already heard one track, and we kind of want to expose some of this music a little bit so people can get warmed up to what's going on. We have another track you're working on called High Towers and Railway Spikes. Before we play that, what's the concept behind that song?
Well, it's like a two-part song. The first part, it's about him dreaming about a world that doesn't exist, about when things are better, when people treat each other better.
Right.
So it's very positive and inspiring in the beginning. Then this character called Can steps in.
Cam.
Can. C-A-N.
Oh,
Can.
C-A-N, can.
Can. He's
Okay.
in a rusted, discarded, crushed beer can. Okay? Hightower Beer is the name of the
Okay.
beer.
Okay.
And this is where Hightower comes in, one of the
Okay.
places.
That
So-
way we don't give beer a bad name. We just
No.
high towers. Okay, that makes sense.
Also, there's a electrical tower
Mm-hmm.
that symbolizes the oppression of this system that we live in.
Okay.
The controlling influence of the media and just the general attitude of people.
Right.
That coming down hard on you to conform to what's going on around you.
Right.
So
Exactly.
This is another representation of a high tower, and that's why it's called high towers and railway spikes.
Okay. And the railway spikes. Railway spikes. How does that fit in? What is that all about?
After Can steps in about halfway through the song and chastises the miner and puts him down and disrespects him for his beliefs.
Now this is Can.
Can, the character named Can.
So Can is Can the Miner. No. I'm sorry.
There's two characters that come in after Can. They're both Cactus. Cactus number 1, Cactus number 2.
Okay.
Now, at the same time, think of the theatrical possibilities of the opera on stage
Okay.
being performed. A man
Okay.
dressed as a rusty, bent tin can with
okay.
an old 70s tab from a beer can.
Like the Tin Man on The Wizard of Oz, huh?
Exactly. There was an inspiration for this character.
Okay.
And imagine him coming out on the stage and singing like a heavy metal punk rocker,
Okay.
screaming that he's no good.
Right.
He'll never be anything, just
Right.
putting him down.
Just getting inside his head there.
Yeah.
Filling it full of negative thoughts. Which, again, that's the world we live in. We hear there's a lot of negative messages, and kids listen to that, and unfortunately, they believe that. So,
Well, the two characters, Cactus 1 and Cactus 2, they're negative characters too.
Okay.
They are like the henchmen of this system, where whatever is decided, they will take care of business
Right.
and make sure that this person's punished for not conforming.
I got
So
you.
what they do is they fight with the miner on stage. And the song is going on, and they're singing their character parts at the same time. They overpower him, and they nail him to the railway track,
Wow.
and the train is coming.
Wow, that sounds like the old westerns.
There's an
Tie 'em up
influence-
on a. Okay, so now I
Hey,
see where the
there
railroad
is an
spice.
there's an influence to the old westerns in there too, because this song starts off with a saloon piano playing.
Oh, okay.
And the sound effects are there are cowboy boots walking on a wooden sidewalk, and they walk into a saloon. You hear the saloon doors squeaking open back and forth like they did.
Right.
This is where you now hear the piano in the saloon and people talking.
Okay.
That all fades out, and then it goes right into the song.
Oh,
so it does
okay.
have those
Okay.
Old West influences within the songs too.
So now I understand this is. Back in the 70s, you had songs that were double digits, 10, 11, 12, 13 minutes, and this is 13 minutes.
It's going to be between 13 and 14 once we get it down to where we want it. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but we're going to give some snippets.
Yeah, this is a pre-production version. It's still in its early stages, but we're going to hear the composer singing. He won't be the final vocal on it, but we'll hear some of the lyrics. We'll hear the piano by Ioana, and some early orchestra behind.
Okay, so here we got it on Wasteland Radio. High towers and railway spikes.
You can dream out the way it's supposed to be. Dream of a day when you will be free, but you won't. You'll never be slave, a low-class common slave in bondage to the nonsense, to the system and the pain. Won't you change your mind? Please change. Sing my song. Property of MLI, I'm proud to be that kind of guy. I'm proud to play these wretched games until the day I die. How about some sympathy, some empathy to set you free? Or how about some apathy, some laughter free? Ha! A tragedy. Sing my song. Property of MLI, I'm proud to be that kind of guy. I'm proud to play these wretched games, but now we must draw the line. You're kind of pathetic, you're always complaining, claiming athletic, but ending up fainting. Ready to take on the big world and straight on to reach out and search out the one love. Brag on, fading. The words of a humble man drown in the dust of a town. The feet kick it up the street.
Wasteland Radio, part of the TTE Communications Network.
All right, you're here with Scorpion on Wasteland Radio, and my guest early is we have Mr. L.HUNT, the creator, the innovative person, the mastermind that is behind this whole Desert Rose concept. And it's a beautiful thing because I think people need to hear something positive and encouraging. And that was a song there that was in early production stage, High Towers and Railway Spikes. That's a tongue twister. Railway Spikes.
Yeah, I know. It was a long one, but very colorful, so that's why I chose it.
And now that we got the picture of what that's all about, it kind of helps us to put that in our mind, what's going on here. And really, you know, our whole purpose, we're anticipating this production here, which, you know, I'm certainly looking forward to it. So let's talk about some of the other songs that you mentioned. And there's another song that you also have in a production stage, you know, still putting it together, which is kind of nice to talk about because sometimes when a song is in a production stage, the finished product could be, I don't want to say totally different, but it could be somewhat different. So what's this next song that we're going to talk up right now?
I brought a clippet of the song Parched, I Can Smell the Rain, so you can hear that. So this happens in Act 2. Mm-hmm. Driftwood, I Know the Rains Will Come.
Okay.
Comes about halfway through Act 1. Mm-hmm. So now after the intermission, Act 2 begins. Halfway through Act 2, we have a sister song to Driftwood called Parched, I Can Smell the Rain. So now the rains are coming closer.
Oh, you can smell it coming. It hasn't hit yet, but you can just smell it in the air.
The grand finale of the whole opera, it rains.
Yes.
Okay, there's
Thou shalt not commit unsealable matrimony, nor neglect thy first love. If thy heart be free, thou shalt put the question like a man, lest another more manly than thou should step in before thee, and then your lot be that of a poor, despised, comfortless bachelor.
Monsoons here in the desert.
yeah. So
flash flooding and bridges being washed away in the 10 freeway or whatever.
And this desert wasteland is gone, finally.
And Scorpion will be moving to higher ground. No, I'm just kidding. So this song here, now tell us a little bit. And the rains are coming, you can smell it coming, and then what's the results of smelling the rains coming?
More of a positive attitude.
Okay.
So the rains are getting closer. And the rain really is the relationship and love he finds with the rose. Okay. He finally,
That's what I was going to ask. How does that tie back into our chase woman and our I don't want to say sensitive man, but let's just say a man, because
Yeah,
you know.
well, he's a real man.
Yeah, there you go. He's a real man.
He has emotions like a human being. So.
Absolutely. You know, we all start life as female, and after 12 weeks, we're now okay. I don't want to get
That's
off into science, but
You can write that
after 12 weeks, cells split, and then okay, you're going to be male or female. So we all have sensitivity. Like you said, a real man. Unfortunately, sometimes all of those feelings are pushed aside based on things in the social media, and speaking of social media, now let's talk about that for a minute. As far as people getting a chance, I mean, we're going to play this here in a second on our program here. You heard it here first. Scorpion brought it to you here on Wasteland Radio. While we're still here, we haven't been washed away yet. We're still here, so you heard it here first.
But I know the rains will come.
The rains will come.
So your day will come, Scorpio.
Absolutely. So where can they go on social? Is some of this music accessible on social media, like YouTube and different?
Yeah. If you go to the Desert Rose page at notesmithstudio.com, you'll see at the bottom of the page.
And what's the website for that again?
Notesmithstudio.com.
Okay.
So when you go to the Desert Rose page, at the bottom of each page related to that project, you'll see logos for YouTube and Google+.
Okay.
Click those. You're on your way.
Bam, there it is, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You know what? Do I smell something? Wait a minute. Wait. I can smell. You know what? I kid you not. I smell the rain coming. Let's just check out a little snippet
it's a water
of this.
leak in the bathroom.
Well, you know what? And if that's the case from the bathroom, it might be something else I'm smelling. But let's do a little snippet of the song. What is it called again, the title of it?
It's Parched, I Can Smell the Rain.
You hear it on Wasteland Radio.
Parched. The desert heat like an oven. It's the living things that suffer. Thought I saw some water, but I was just melting. She was my shelter, but I was just dreaming. Keeping hope alive, I can smell the rain. Keeping hope alive, I can smell the rain. Calling on the rain to put the fire out. I'm calling on you to quench this fire.
Wasteland Radio, part of the TTE Communications Network.
Okay, so we're back on Wasteland Radio. Yes, I definitely we did. You smelled it. You smelled the rain coming, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, it actually was rain after all.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nice hearing a preliminary track. We are definitely look forward to listening to the whole project as it's all together. We talked about you know the rain will come. Driftwood, we know the rain will come, and hearing the concept of the young man and the woman, and then. And I like the villains you have, the high towers and the railway spikes, because you gotta. I don't want to coin the phrase. I won't say who said this, but it was in the movie. About necessary evil. Now, those who watch the movie, they know who I'm talking about.
There has to be a struggle.
There's
right?
necessary, because he would say, without evil, there is no good. And again, not trying to coin a phrase from the
good
movie.
just becomes normal. That's the answer to that.
Because
Yeah.
he says, if every day is a sunny day, then what's a sunny day? See, so you got to have the evil. In other words, evil is necessary.
That's the thinking of the Wasteland.
Evil is necessary because in that way you don't know what good is unless you see the evil. And that way people can decide, okay, well, do I want to be good or do I want to be evil? So that's good to have that.
Well, the struggle is here. Any
Yes.
kind of a story that you want someone to follow, there's got to be a struggle.
Yes.
So he's
especially with a love story.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be a villain. There's always going to be somebody.
People against their relationship.
Absolutely.
Trying to stop it.
Family members or close friends or,
It's all in here.
rumors and gossip and everything. You just have to. That's real life. That's what people do. Bottom line, anything that's worthwhile is good. There's always going to be a struggle when something is worthwhile to attain. There's always going to be an evil force that will try to prevent you from obtaining anything good. In fact, it's interesting, just not to get off the subject, but this is how people are in general. When something is bad, they want you to see it. They want you to taste it. I mean, I'm going to give you an innocent example. Here you got some food that, you take a bite of it, you go, ooh, this is gross. Here, taste that. People.
I want you to experience this too.
Yeah,
what I went through.
People are quick to bring up the bad, the evil, the negative. They're quick to bring that up. Something that's good, then, and this is why children. That's another program. I don't want to get off into psychology, but real quick, children get into what you call negative attention-seeking behavior because that kid will do something good. Mom or dad won't say a word. Mom or dad. I'll give you a good example. Okay, you have a parent that's on the phone. The mom's on the phone or the dad's on the computer. And when that happens, they're kind of tuning things out. Mm-hmm. Kid will do things that are good all the way around. And the mom will still be on the phone talking. The dad will still be surfing the net. Won't say a word to that kid. But the minute that kid does something bad, mom is off the phone, dad is off the computer.
It worked, yeah.
So, maybe that's a message to those listening. It's like, we want to commend things that are good. We don't want to just, here comes something negative, let's just throw it out there because it's negative. But we see something good and worthwhile, let's make some commendation on that. So what is the whole objective? I mean, you got this concept. You're the mastermind. You got these tracks that are produced. What is it that you're trying to accomplish with this whole theater here?
Well, there is going to be an opera produced for the stage. So the licensing, Notesmith Studio will license this opera, and it will be available to professional and amateur theater groups, college, or even community groups. And it's going to be a low-cost licensing. So it's going to be easy for anyone to license the Desert Rose Project, and they'll get sheet music if they have their own orchestra, but they don't even need it because all of the songs will be produced with the lead vocal silent. So you license it, and you'll get all of the music that can be played in the theater. Then, of course, you'll have to do the backdrops and the props. And
absolutely, yes.
There will be complete help as to how to put those together, and it'll already be designed and everything. It's all part of the package that they'll get for the licensing. And,
so you're putting all this together, and then a college or university, they'll get the package.
Yeah.
And they're going to basically duplicate it, following all the instructions.
Yeah, and then and then Notesmith Studio will get a percentage of the box office take, right? Plus there'll be the licensing fee. But all of this will be very low to encourage these groups to actually produce it.
Right.
Also, within the licensing, they'll have the rights to publish their own album of the entire thing with their singers.
Oh, okay.
So you have the London, or Broadway versions of different musicals or operas.
Okay.
They'll be able to have their own production.
So we're talking worldwide now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of went big there. But.
Started here from the desert, from the wasteland, from the dry, parched desert, and worldwide this thing is going to go. And, of course, You heard it here first on Wasteland Radio with Scorpion and L.HUNT. That's a beautiful thing. Now, what can people do now? Anything they can go? Can they download anything from the website, the flyer or something like that?
Yeah, you can go to the Desert Rose webpage, and you can get the songs that are available. You can get them iTunes, Amazon MP3, Google Play, whatever your choice is. There's music videos there. The lyrics are there.
All right.
So you can license Driftwood. I Know the Rains Will Come. If you like that song and you're a singer, and you want, hey, I'd like to do my own cover version. I think I can sing that better.
Okay.
Well, there's a link there. You can go to iTunes and you can get that version, no lead vocal version.
Okay.
So all of the music is there for you.
Right.
You pay 99 cents if that's what iTunes is selling it for.
Sure.
You just license that song, and now you can have your cover version back on iTunes if you want.
There you go.
You can have it on YouTube, and it's all on.
That'd be great. Yeah.
That's what they can do right now. Buy the song, like it on Google Plus, like us on
And
Google
that's important.
Plus. So you
Like
can
it.
follow,
Definitely like it.
follow the process as the songs are released. Because all the songs will be released as singles. This is also an experiment as to how to market something differently. Okay?
Right. Absolutely.
So we're
yeah.
marketing it through college radio right now.
Okay.
Each single will be released as they're produced. Then once everything is done, then the album will be released. A complete album.
I see. So you're going to release you're going to milk them a little bit. You're going to give.
We're going to milk it.
You're going to do one song here and
even the music videos.
Good, that's fine.
Hey,
Good.
These artistic directors are coming up with their own vision of what this song is, but has nothing to do with the opera.
Right.
So
I see
once
what you
it's
mean.
completed, there will be video versions of it being produced on stage.
Okay.
Or things that actually relate to what the storyline is.
Right. Exactly. Well, this thing, it sounds like it will go viral. I mean, it's a wonderful concept, and it's not just limited here to our wasteland desert. I mean, you're talking nationwide, you're talking worldwide. You have worldwide musicians involved, and obviously they're going to want to see in their countries this thing pushed. And with the internet, it sounds like you're on your way. I mean, it's a beautiful concept, and it's the simplicity of life and a relationship looking for, and actually, you think of it on those terms, that would be, that minuses a lot of drama that people are so addicted to, and I think it'd be like a breath of fresh air to have something like that, and more importantly, give kids something positive to look at. And perhaps they may look in their own lives and say, hey, you know what? This might be the thing to do here.
And some great music to listen to it by.
Absolutely, yeah. Beautiful tracks. So, again, they can go down to the Google Plus, and they can go to iTunes.
Yeah, just type it into the search and you're going to find it. Or, like I said, it would be nicer to go to the Desert Rose page at notesmithstudio.com.
I was going to say notesmithstudio.com is the website they want to go to.
You can go, all the links are there.
Okay.
And if you're going to have your own cover version of the song, all the lyrics are there. And you can print out a lyric sheet, and you can practice with the official lyric video. And let's see what you got.
Okay.
Let's see if you can do it better.
And you heard it here first on Wasteland Radio. I'm Scorpion, my guest, L.HUNT, Mr. L. Thank you for being here and taking out time out of your extremely busy schedule. Yes. And we look forward, we got to do this again. We look forward to the progress of your project.
We will. Let's do that again.
All right. Good to have you.
All right, thank you.